Hi everyone, it's Bobbi here with Bobbi's Lawn and Garden channel. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to do a work vlog of my day. So pretty much I'm doing mostly garden work and lawn cutting. So we have multiple properties to visit today and I'm going to take you along on my day. So make sure to like, subscribe, all those good things, and let's get started in the day. If you could believe this property has over 14 cats. Some of them are indoor, some of them are outdoor. It's like a farm area and they have lots of cats. And it's always fun to be at this property because I get to hang out with all the cats and I love cats. So this is going to be a good start to the day. All right, I gotta get to work. So for this first property, we're just gonna do some garden work. Just maintenance on the gardens. They have multiple gardens at this house. I come here on a weekly basis and I stay here for about like 2 hours, just do whatever I can in those 2 hours to get the gardens all maintained. And yeah, they're on like a country farm land, and it's a very nice property. And yeah, so I'm gonna get started on the garden work. If you guys can see these weeds in the garden here, I've seen them in other gardens as well. They're very invasive and they could spread very easily and they grow back very fast too. I have this app on my phone that I'm going to detect what it is called. The app that I'm using is called PlantNet, and it's really easy, so I'm just pulling it up. So when you go into PlantNet, you can press the identification, and then I can click in and take a photo of the weed, and it will tell me what it is. So I'm just going to do the weed here, and then I'm going to use the photo, and then I'm going to see the flower, and it should tell me the best match for it. If you guys know these names, please let me know. But yeah, it's a nice little app that you can use, and it'll tell you what it is. But it's very invasive, and I've seen it in multiple gardens, and it grows back so fast. Like if I do it for 1 week, it'll come back another time. So I'm just gonna get these out of the garden. we're at our next property and we're just going to do 1 hour of garden work, so mostly just weeding. As you guys know, for my business, I do maintenance work on people's properties, so I do mowing and garden work. For garden work is mostly just like weeding, hedge trimming, and just taking away leaves or garden debris, and that's what we're going to do at this next property. So let's get started. So I finished all the garden work and mowing at those 3 properties that I did in the same street. It's so nice having the same clients on the same street because it's just easy work. When I'm done with one client, I can just hop over to the next. So it's really ideal having lots of clients on the same street. So we're at our next property. We're going to do some mowing, and then I'm going to be weeding out some of the weeds in the backyard. My client has requested if I can hand weed some of the weeds. So we are going to do that, and then I have 2 more properties to do in my day. Alright, so we're at our last property of today. We're just doing a mow for this one. It's been very hot this summer, lots of sun, no rain, but luckily this past week we did get some rain. So and the day that it rained, it's on my mowing day, so I'm actually delayed and I didn't mow that day, so I'm picking up most of my mowing jobs today, so that's why some of my jobs were mowing. So yeah, it's a small property. I'll show you what I'll be mowing. So right here, I'll cut the grass. And then also the backyard, I'll be cutting the grass. It's a bit longer here in the backyard. And over here, so medium-sized backyard. So it shouldn't be too bad, and let's finish off this property for the last one for today. And that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully it gives you insight of some of the jobs that I do in the day of my week. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, comment to the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.